Here are my May hopefuls. Now, I'm only limiting myself to picking like 5 or 6 because I usually end up going off of the path of what I actually want to read and reading something else that catches my interest. Mostly just because I'm a mood reader, and if I'm not in the mood to read it, I won't like it. So, with that in mind, I have picked out, I have 4 physical books and maybe like 1 or 2 on my Kindle that I think I want to read. So I'm going to start off with something that I don't usually read, or I'm not like currently reading a lot of. I am very excited to read this, and I've probably had this for at least 6 months to a year, and I just haven't read it yet. So hopefully I do read it. I want to read it. I'm just very much reading only romantasy right now, just because that's what I'm always in the mood for and what I want. And there's so many great ones out there right now to read. But I very much want to read The Grace Year. Just like, it sounds so interesting. Like the fact that like when you turn 16, I believe, their 16th year, birthday, whatever, you get like sent into the woods because supposedly you have magic and powers and stuff. So the next 3 are all fantasy books that I've recently found out about and want to read very much. Okay. First is The Bridge Kingdom. Firstly, look how pretty she is. I literally just bought this today because I've been wanting it for probably like the last month or so, and it just sounds so interesting. And like I said, I'm very much in my romantasy era right now. I haven't read any of Danielle L. Jensen's books before, and I know that A Fainting Blood is very popular, and I know that she wrote this before that, like this is older than that one is. So I want to read this series maybe first. And it just sounds very interesting to me. Plus, she's Canadian, so like, gotta support Canadian authors, obviously. Next is one that I know I'm definitely going to read because my husband also wants to read it. And it's On Wings of Blood. So the audio for this comes out at the end of May. And my husband and me are going to read this together. I've heard people say that if you like the school aspect of like Fourth Wing and stuff, that you'll like this. Plus it has dragons and vampires. So like, why the fuck not? Sign me up. Last of my physical books is another one that I bought very recently and I keep hearing a lot about on TikTok. It's The Blood of Hercules, and of course I had to get the collector's edition with the beautiful sprayed edges because why not? I just love me a reverse harem, why choose type of book, because like, and especially a romantasy one, that's like the best kind. Alright, moving on to my Kindle. So with Amazon's book sale that they had, I've downloaded many books that were very cheap. So that was very nice. So I do have a couple on here that are different genres from what I usually read, just to change things up in case I don't want to read romantasy. Like with The Grace Year, it's just general fiction, I would say. I guess like maybe a little bit fantasy-ish, maybe. Anyways, so I have 2 different other genres of books I'm just going to throw in there just in case. So I recently bought Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moranova. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's like a dark military romance. And I've had friends that have read it and said that it's good. And it's also supposed to be very emotional. And sometimes a girl just likes to cry. So lastly, I think I'm going to try and read a mystery thriller, which I don't usually read like almost at all. But like I said, with Amazon's book sale, they had a bunch of Freida McFadden books on sale, and I downloaded a few. And my husband has read Never Lie, and he thinks that I would like it. So I had already downloaded it with the sale, so try and sprinkle that in there if I feel like I want to change things up just a little bit. Anyways, those are all of my May hopefuls. Hopefully, I get to them. There's at least one or two that I'll definitely read. But who knows? I could totally read something completely different.